You were offered a job and you gleefully accepted, but now you're having some second thoughts. Maybe your circumstances changed, or you're no longer convinced that it's the right role for you. Or perhaps a different opportunity you weren't expecting landed in your lap, and there's no way you can pass it up. Regardless of the specifics, you found yourself in the unfortunate, not to mention sticky situation of needing to tell an employer you've changed your mind. So, now what? I'm Deandra Goodman with FlexJobs, the #1 job site to find remote, work from home, and flexible job opportunities since 2007. Here's what to do when you change your mind after accepting a job offer. Be absolutely sure about your decision. Before you pick up the phone or start drafting a carefully worded email, there's an important first step that you absolutely can't skip. Make sure you have zero doubts about the decision you're making. The only thing worse than changing your mind once about a job offer is changing it all over again and begging the employer to take you back. Bottom line, you need to be absolutely positive about your choice before you break the news. Provide as much notice as possible. You've made your decision. You need to let the company know that you won't be accepting the offer after all. Obviously, you shouldn't leave that employer hanging. Your change of heart isn't something they should learn about on the day you were supposed to sign on to show up for work. It's best to give them as much notice as reasonably possible. The more lead time you give them, the more time they have to find someone to replace you. As you know, the hiring process can take a while, so they deserve as much of a warning as you can possibly give them. Additionally, if you've already signed a contract with your offer, it's important to check the fine print there. There may be some regulations on how long of a period you have to back out of the offer or how much notice you're required to provide. Choose the best communication method. I get it, this isn't a conversation you're looking forward to having. But as nerve-wracking as it might be, the most courteous thing is to let the employer know in person or at the very least during a phone call. These real-time communication methods allow you to more adequately explain your reasoning. And it also gives the opportunity for a more immediate back and forth conversation. Plus, this direct approach demonstrates a level of courage, courtesy, and professionalism that wouldn't necessarily be captured in an email. With that said, it's smart to follow up this conversation with something in writing. Basically, a simple email reiterating the fact that, as discussed, you can no longer accept the offer. That way, you have written documentation in case any issues arise. Offer a brief reason. Again, this discussion is awkward. That makes it tempting to sugarcoat or tiptoe around the point. However, you need to be direct and start by explicitly stating that you're backing out of the offer you had previously accepted. After that, you should offer some sort of reason for why you've changed your mind. You don't need to go into all of the details, but the employer shouldn't be left wondering if it's something they said or did that sent you running for the hills. You can keep this vague, even if it's something like, I received another unexpected offer that I just can't pass up. But you should provide at least some sort of closure. Stand your ground. You already have one foot out the door, but that doesn't mean the employer won't attempt to negotiate and get you to stick around. Keep in mind that this isn't a negotiation. Threatening to back out of a job is no way to start that process anyway, especially after you accepted the original offer. So you might need to make it painfully clear that no amount of convincing is going to change your mind. This just isn't the right opportunity for you at the moment. Express gratitude. Yes, this situation can feel a little tense and uncomfortable, but keep in mind that this is no fault of the employer's. They haven't done anything but extend you an offer that was obviously decent, or you wouldn't have accepted it in the first place. Don't lose sight of the fact that they provided you an opportunity, and that's worthy of some genuine appreciation. Remember to offer a heartfelt thank you, both at the beginning of the conversation and at the end. Let the employer know that you really do appreciate the offer, even if you can no longer accept it. It's a great way to leave things on a slightly more positive note. If you enjoyed learning what to do if you change your mind after accepting a job offer, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel to keep up with more job search advice. If you're still in the market for a new job, be sure to check out FlexJobs for hand-screened remote jobs without the ads, scams, and junk found on other sites. FlexJobs. Find a better way to work.